Imagine that moment when your boss calls you into her office. She says, "You've worked here for 15 years and have done a superb job." Naturally, you feel happy and you start thinking, "I'm finally getting a promotion." But then, your boss drops the bomb. "Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go. Effective immediately, you're being replaced by a robot." It might sound like it's taken from a new sci-fi movie, but it's not. The automation revolution is upon us, and that's why in this Sign of Life video, I'm going to tell you how to win versus robots. Every day, we're deploying more and more robots to do work instead of people. From smart warehouses like Amazon's through self-checkout at our local supermarkets, the trend is clear. Robots are just more efficient than people. They work around the clock and they never demand a raise. If the moral compass of companies allows them to employ children just to increase their profits, do you really believe they'll skip the opportunity to deploy robots instead of people? The answer is no. Unlike what we're often told by many politicians, it's not the immigrants that steal our jobs, it's robots. Those bloody robots coming here stealing our jobs. Luckily though, there's a very simple search tool that can help you find the likeliness of a robot taking over your job. Check the link below. And here are a few examples of jobs with high risk of automation. Telemarketers, 99% probability. Legal secretaries, 98% probability. Cashiers, 97% probability. Accountants, 94% probability. And taxi drivers, 89% probability. So watch out for those self-driving Ubers. The conclusion is simple. The more methodic your tasks are, the easier it'll be to replace you with a robot. There are literally hundreds of millions of people who are going to lose their jobs in the next few decades. You might be one of those people. Actually, comment below and tell me if your job is at risk. The good news is this. There are quite a few jobs with a very low automation risk level. Writers and authors, 4% probability. Producers and directors, 2% probability. Music composers, 2% probability. Interior and fashion designers, 2% probability. And psychologists, ready? 0% probability. Now there is one thing that links writers, fashion designers, and psychologists. And this link tells us how to win versus robots. It's simple actually. A job that requires thinking outside of the box. Think about it. All these jobs depend on a specific person rather than just a set of skills. And this applies to any job that requires flexible thinking. Engineers, musicians, therapists. Put simply, robots can't replace creative people. And even if they could, I doubt that anyone would ever want to have a therapy session with a robot. I mean, would you? We have a desire for a human connection. It's the eye contact and the facial expression that counts. Try not to resent me, but I actually think there's something good about robots taking over our jobs. And before you publish your angry comments, let me just explain. Embracing the inevitable, the automation revolution, serves as an opportunity to review our financial world and our lives as a whole. Our economy is based on consumption, and therefore a high rate of unemployment will result in a financial crisis. Several governments have already realized it and started trials for concepts such as basic income. This means everyone will get a fixed amount of money for their basic needs, regardless if they're employed or not. And that's exactly why, unlike what you might think, the automation revolution could be a blessing for all of us. After years of mediocrity, people will finally have an opportunity to live up to their full potential and make use of their talents. Just imagine for a second that you get a basic income which covers all of your basic needs. Will you live differently? Think about it. What sort of work will you do? Take this project of mine, Sign of Life, as an example. I create these videos with a very clear purpose, to help you live a more fulfilled life. I invest a lot of time. In fact, I invest most of my time working on this project, yet I make no money from it. Most people would define this as a waste of time. But actually, this is the essence of my life. I'm making meaningful use of my time. Instead of chasing money endlessly, I've created this sum of money, this basic income for myself, so I can focus on what's important to me. That's why I'm not worried about robots taking over my job. If robots taking over our jobs means that more people will be able to focus on living a more fulfilled life, then actually, we have already won. Thanks to all the humans for watching this Sign of Life video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like, subscribe and notification button so you can see more Sign of Life videos. And don't forget, it's never too late to fulfill yourself.